Hey, it's me back, jumping right back in with part two, Candace, Owens, George Floyd's BLM and the demonization of addiction. Where we left off, I was giving you the statistics and the information for Black Lives Matter. 51,895,161 total impressions for BLM GNF, which is Black Lives Matter Global Network Fund digital ads, 2.5 million impressions on Twitter, to end systemic racism. And here we go. This is the part that we want to know about. They say, where the greatest lie ever sold and where is the money? What I saw on the 2020 impact report, the 42-page report that we were talking about before, that Black Lives Matter in the 2020 year raised $90 million. $90 million. Let's break down some of the information according to what they said. $8.4 million went to operating expenses. Now, I will say that in the news and in the media, there have been a lot of stories that there was a $6 million piece of property purchased, and I can't see from this number if that $6 million property was a part of what they say operating expenses or real estate. They said 8.4 million to operating expenses, 21.7 million in grants dispersed to more than 33 organizations, 23 of which are led by LGBTQIA organizations. 23% of the assets dispersed, which they say that is higher than the industry standard, that most nonprofit organizations give about 5% to 8% of their assets to other organizations. I will tell you though, when I read the annual report, what I did see was that they also was making funding to their chapters. So 21.7 million, 33 organizations, 23 of which I'm repeating myself because there's some importance about this. 23 of the organizations had someone, the organizations was led by someone from the LGBTQIA organization. Okay? And so what we're saying and what is significant and is important about that is the greatest lie ever sold. I'm not aligning myself with Candace Owens, BLM, or anything like that. There was no lie ever sold. The greatest lie ever sold, there wasn't a lie sold. It was right there on the annual report. And so when I learned about Black Lives Matter, that there was, what I would say to you is Black Lives Matter is in what they would say in the front lines for what is important to you. For them, they said to eradicate. Let me go back to their mission: eradicate white supremacy. Started in 2013 in response to the acquittal of the murder of Trayvon Martin. And so they are in the front lines of what we see on television, protests and things of that nature. But behind the scenes, where was the money going? I would say to you that we are often, as givers, of people that support movements and things of that nature, we want to see right now. Christmas is coming up, the holidays are coming up, and we want to see someone getting a turkey or a toy for Christmas. But real ministry, real work is done amongst those that labor. And I have something about that at the end. So for what we do with Patricia Ann Strange's Diamond Celebration and the work that we see by organizations that we partner with, and we see women being supported in their recovery from drugs and alcohol, that takes labor, that takes work. It takes a year of discipleship sometimes. It may take more than a year. Maybe a woman needs high school education and she has limited reading. It takes work to help the person to get to a place where they can take the GED test and pass. And I'm telling you that because we support women on their educational endeavors. And so when you see somebody rah, 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 that right on the front lines, they're protesting, they're on the news every day, we're going to give to that. But we also have to know that there has to be some labor done. And you're not going to see that on TV. You're not going to see that. on the news. You're not going to see someone sitting with a woman and helping her get her life straight. And so part of